Boy howdy, look at this fucking hot rod. Well, I'm out here today, gotta go parts shopping, so here's what we got. We're working with a 1989 Ford F-250. She's definitely seen her fair share of use and abuse. Give you 3 guesses as to what's powering this old fucking thing. First 2 don't count. Yep, she's a 7.3. And yep, rats got into her. That's alright. So basically what we're going for, since my daily driver needs a few odds and ends, this is a 93 F2 shitty, also a 7.3 IDI. I'm looking for 3 things in particular. This one's got the automagical locking hubs. This one's got the manual locking hubs, so I'm looking to get those off. I need the front filler neck from this one, because in the last video I did of this thing, when I redid the fuel system, was I got a I did get a new filler neck, but this thing's from a gasser, and for reference this is the rear filler neck, which is factory, and that's what the diesel one is supposed to look like, and it's just a big fucking gaping hole. And yeah, that doesn't work. So the fucking Scamazon site that I ordered this from listed it as a diesel filler neck. It is absolutely, most certainly not a diesel filler neck, and so that's what that doodad's for. And last and certainly not least, she's got the shift machine. She's got the lever action variety, and this being a brick nose and mine being an OBS, electronically they're not going to be 100% compatible, but frankly I really don't care. I have ways around that. The automatic transmission, the E4OD in that one it's not in good shape. It's on its way out, but I have a remedy for that. So that's the goal of today. The goal of today is hubs, filler neck, and hopefully with any luck and good God's help, I'll be able to yank this fucking thing out too. But first, I need to make some work site preparations. I need to figure out, you know, place to put this fucking thing, so flat surface I can, you know, actually work on and not fucking die. I won't bore you with the details of that, but it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I got a lot of work that I want to get done, so I say we just get to it. Oh, come on, you fucking piece of fucking shit. Only got like 10,000 fucking cockleburrs already stuck to my goddamn pants. Hope you're fucking getting all this. Let's see here. Those fucking Group 65s are not light. Where's the fucking negative? Oh, there you are. Sure. And then positive goes this way. Oh, I wonder if that fucking washer fluid works. I could use that in that guy. And that's gonna click on. Yep, there it goes. Right. Click, 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 click. Fuck, this thing's a piece of shit. Yeah, this thing's fucking constantly wired on. And glow plugs in a can right next to the torch. You're a nice hearty snorf. Like there's 3 levels of ether, right? You got a tss, and then you got a schnorf, which are a little bit more than a tss, and then you got just fucking giving her as much as you can, alright? So we're gonna give her a schnorf, which is like, this is a tss, right? That's a tss, this is a schnorf. A little bit more than a tss. Alright. So this is your key right here. Hopefully you can see that. Come on, girl. Maybe needs a little bit more glow plugs. That's not a good sign. Well, I just saw a rat crawl across the floor. Come on, girl, I know you got it in you. Oh, you fucking piece of shit. Come on, it was like less than a month ago. Come on. Oh, you know what? I'm a retard. Yep. Engage the anti-theft. All right, now let's wake them up. Well, that sounded really good. Woo! Whoop. Oh yeah. Hope you guys like this fucking POV shit. Never done it before. Oh yeah. All right, let's get this fucking piece of shit put into place. Thinking here about, oh, let's see. Oh, fuck. Oh yeah, the apple tree just loves it. Well, we can dig in a rut. That's fine. And let's take her. Right about here feels good, maybe. I get her a little bit closer. And to be honest, I think that's pretty much where I'm gonna leave her. Well, F2 shitty, it served your purpose. This one's for you. All right, let's finish some more landscaping and get her fucking taken apart. Comes out like this. Yeah. All right. Spring. Can't remember exactly, but I think there's a lock ring somewhere on here. Pretty sure you're supposed to pry that out. I can't remember exactly how. I almost had it. Ah, fucker. Why did you do this, Ford? Why couldn't you just make it easy? Come on. Oh, there we go. Come on, you son of a bitch. Ah, there we go. Ha 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 ha. Gotcha. Ha ha ha. Alright. Now, what are the odds that Ford, being Ford, made the two Dana 50 styles incompatible? I really hope there's not something else holding this thing in. Oh, you fucking piece of fucking shit. Maybe I'm retarded. Well, that's not a maybe. I'm definitely retarded, but... Oh. Uh-huh. I remember you. Okay. Damn good thing I brought my lock and, snap ring pliers. Alright. Now, let's see what happens. Ah ha 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 ha. Fucker. Okay. Now, I think this is all we should need right here. Okay, just gotta do this one more time and we got us some manual locking hubs. Alright, well, we have successfully recovered a set of locking hubs. I didn't show the other side because it was basically repeat step one. Once you get this locking ring off the outside, it's basically just really fucking easy. Just make sure you got you a nice big pair of snap ring pliers for external snap rings, and that's pretty much the only thing you really have to fucking do. It's pretty easy. So I know I said I was gonna do the filler neck, but I kind of want to move on to getting the transmission at least started to, you know, come out, because, well, it's creeping up on noon, and, well, I kind of want to get this fucking done. We're expecting some really shitty weather, and it's gonna start freezing here pretty soon, so let's hop on that. Oh, and by the way, you like my $25 work surface? Fucking fancy. Alright, recording with my phone right now underneath the business end of her. So this tea case is looking pretty sad. Definitely got a seal going out somewhere. It's pretty leaky. One thing I do know is getting these U-joints out is gonna be a bitch. So I gotta take the skid plate out, which hopefully is not problematic. I ain't gonna hold my breath. Transmission cross member. I'm probably gonna yank the transfer case on its own. I'm kind of, well, I'm by myself, which is not ideal, but you know, this is what I chose to do. So let's see. I think order of operations is get the rear disconnected, take off the carrier bearing, and I should maybe be able to slip the end of the shaft out of there, and then we'll get the skid plate off. Transfer case should come out. I'm trying to work this all out in my head, so bear with me. Alright, well, let's document this fucking nightmare. Oh shit. Alright. I got all this soaked down PV blaster. Apparently this takes a T45. But the bottom ones, well, they're being a little bit unco. Oh, I might be able to get those in there, actually. Maybe. Alright, well, let's fucking hope for the best, I guess. Oh, well, there's one. Let's see. Can we get the other side? This is really awkward, man. Let's see, what kind of setting do I have it in? Oh, I have it set on 2. Fucking Milwaukee fucking bullshit. That's more like it. Okay. Well, that's the top hanger. Okay, baby. Please be good to me. Oh, ho, ho, ho. What are the odds? Well, 3 out of 4, that's the odds, but still, wow, this is going way better than I had anticipated. Now watch this one strip out. I cannot fucking believe that. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. Alright. Well, we got us a rear end, gentlemen. Thought for goddamn sure I was going to be cutting that pinion off with a Sawzall. It's one of those situations where I know what I need to do, but I don't know if I got the strength to do it. Okay, now we got ourselves a situation here. So this is a carrier bearing, and I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't see it worth the fuck, because for some reason the GoPros just don't light up all that great. So let me give you some illumination here. See if it plays well with the frame rate of the camera here. I give him a good heaping of PV blaster, but don't quite know if that's gonna do the trick. I guess we'll find out. Place your bets. All right, well, pray for me. 14 millimeter, by the way. My fuck. Let me tell you something. As a Midwestern man living in the Salt Belt, that is absolutely fucking incomprehensible. How that should have, like... I am in disbelief. Now I gotta get the fucking bolt head off the socket, cocksucker. Oh, you whore. Yep, accidentally hit you. My bad. I'm gonna move you back a little bit. Come on. Fuck. There we go. Okay, Jesus. Alright, so we'll keep this bolt in there just so this thing doesn't fall in my fucking face. Oh. Ford, why did you do that? Did you have to do that, Ford? Did you have to put that skid plate right there? Oh, Jesus. You gotta be shitting me. Okay, okay. Alright. Well, I guess ratcheting wrench is my only other option. Still got an eye on her? Let's see here. Oh, cocksucker. I don't know if I can bend that. It's a pretty fucking thick plate. I don't think I'll have enough leverage. God, there's rust fucking everywhere. Holy shit. Nope. Nope, ratcheting wrench it is. Oh, don't you roll away from me. Okay, so I've got a 13 mil ratcheting wrench. I have a 15 mil ratcheting wrench. Guess which fucking ratcheting wrench size I don't fucking have. Yeah, that's right. Oh boy. Fuck. You know, I might just have to... Yeah. I'm gonna have to grind that off. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Cool. This won't be dangerous at all. Try Sawzall first. Seems a little bit, you know, less sketchy. Oh, let's see here. I need to get it right thereabouts. Cover your ears. Whoop. Fuck. There she goes. Pretty fucking easy when it's from the side. Come on, fuck. There we go. Okay. So now, can we bend that in? Be a lot cooler if I can. Nope, grinder it is. Alright. Get thee the fuck out of my way. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Huh? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you got a little dust in your eye there. Alright. Oh, you fuck, come on. This fucking hog ring, fucking anvil impacts. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Sorry. Trying to keep the rust out of your eyes. Go get the DeWalt real quick. Alright, well, we got the DeWalt. Fucking DCF 899. Cranked all the way up to 11, so this fucker don't bust it off. I don't know what will. Oh, that's loud. Oh, that's her. That is it. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Wasn't there a guy who wrote a book with the title My Struggle? Can't remember who exactly it was, but yeah, well, feel your pain there, guy. Oh, now, ladies and gentlemen, is a drive shaft. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, we got him. I'm not gonna lie to you, boys and girls. I've been at this for only about half an hour, and I'm already pretty fucking beat. But the show must go on. All right. Drive shaft is out. Successfully recovered that, as you can plainly see. Took the liberty of removing the exhaust. It was just in the fucking way, and I didn't want to deal with that. So, skid plate for the T case. What else? T case, and I think we'll take that thing out. That sounds like a... Alright, see if the PB blaster did anything. Alright, that's one. A little time trying to get these goddamn nuts and bolts let go from the socket. Alright, we'll quit while we're ahead on that one. We'll move over to this side now. Jesus Christ, now it's poking me. Oh, the bolt that I just uninstalled. Holy shit. Fuck, now that thing's stuck. Alright, gotta do a bolt extraction, BRB. Tell you what, I'm getting damn good at taking rusty bolts out of the fucking sockets, though. Ooh, this wrench is screaming hot. Ugh. That's tightening. Oh, God, my ears are ringing. Oof. Jesus. Okay. That's gonna be hot as fuck. So I don't want to touch that. Alright, kiddos. So, this is the output shaft of the transfer case. So we got the speedometer, cable, disconnected. Front drive shaft is out. I didn't film that because, frankly, if you need me to show you how to take out a drive shaft, you got bigger fucking problems, okay? Like, it's 4 13mm nuts on a U-bolt. You pry the U-bolt off, there's your drive shaft. So there's this little nipple up here, that's your breather, and then you have your sensor that tells your shit when it's in 4, either high range or low range. And I also disconnected the arm off of the shift lever up here. So I got a buzz off these bolts here. I think there are 6 of them. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think there's 6. We'll go with 6. So I'm gonna take the old tranny jack, fresh from Hazard is Free, and I'm gonna spin that up under here, get this case supported, at least until I might not actually do that until I get the bottom 2 bolts out, but still, good idea. Alright, so that wasn't actually too terribly difficult, aside from the red Loctite. So I found it easier just to pull the shifter and doghouse off of the floor here, and so that way I can get to the top 2 bolts of the transfer case. So if you ever run into, you know, where you got Loctite going on, I got people yelling at dogs in the background, so just ignore that. Yeah, you ever run into Loctite, just give it some heat and they'll bust off eventually. Anywho, Let's get that fucking case pulled out. I'm also making it a habit to label and bag up everything that I possibly can, especially loose hardware like this, because, well, sometimes it ain't so fucking obvious. So it's a good habit to get into. Highly recommend it. Alright, well, since we got all of that taken care of and those goddamn dogs fucked up most of my shit and I got that reorganized and that setback is out of the fucking way, let's get this fucking case pulled out. Ain't even separating. What the fuck's going on? I'm not still connected to anything, right? She moving? Oh, fucking bit. Alright, well, I'll come back when I figure out what the fuck's going on. Classic, boys. I just wasn't yanking hard enough. Well, here she fucking be. Alright, let's let her down nice and slow like. Huh? Huh? Oh. Alright. Well, I guess that's fucking it for that. Oh, now I gotta finagle this fucking cocksucker out of here. Shit. Alright guys, well, we are fucking in there. So I just drained fluid out of the transmission, disconnected all the lines. Still gotta take off the shifter handle dealio. Worry about that when I get to it. Pretty much all I gotta do now is, I get those lines disconnected. I think I gotta disconnect the slave cylinder, and then we'll start popping bolts and get this thing the fuck out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Apologize, didn't record pulling this fucking piece of shit out. Well, long story short, this thing's been stuck to a big fucking 1,000-pound piece of cast iron for the better part of fucking 30 something years. And well, it was a little bit hard to get off. I ended up having to clip the slave cylinder, which is unfortunate, but we got her out. Mission accomplished. And yeah, basically stepping dog shit. And I'm gonna wrap this video up here. And fuck, man, I'm tired. Holy shit. Thanks for fucking watching. Keep your dick wet and your shit pipe tight. Alright, just a little quick addendum for you folks. Got all the parts that I pulled sitting in the garage here. I wanted to give you a little bit of rationale as to why I decided to buy another piece of shit Ford truck instead of, maybe buying all these parts separately. There's several reasons why I decided to go this route. First of which is parts availability. There are several parts associated with going from an E4OD automatic to a ZF5 manual. And one thing you have to understand is that the ZF5, the manual, the body of the transmission lengthwise is shorter than the E4OD. So this creates its own set of unique problems, especially in the driveline. So your rear drive shaft that comes from out of the tail shaft of the transfer case and into your rear end is going to be longer than the automatic. And conversely, your front drive shaft going from the transfer case to the front end is also going to be shorter. Now, obviously, you can have your drive shafts lengthened and shortened respectively. However, with this setup here, I wanted to have the most number of OEM parts while also spending the least amount of time making modifications. The goal with this swap in going with a manual is I want to do the least amount of fabrication and concabulating, cluster fucking as I absolutely possibly can. I want as many OEM Ford parts going into the swap as I absolutely can. One thing that's very unique to the ZF5, particularly the four-wheel drives, well, only the four-wheel drives, is this tail housing extension. I forget exactly what it's called, but basically it goes from the ass end of the transmission to the front of the transfer case here. Obviously, this is four-wheel drive. If you have a two-wheel drive pickup truck, this is even simpler because you don't have to deal with the front drive shaft or, transfer case shifter linkages and all the other bullshit associated with that. This tail shaft housing is goddamn near impossible to find, and when you do find one, it's $500 all day long. The prices on these things are absolutely ridiculous. These tail shaft housings also have they're prone to cracking along the rear flange. In some cases, if your transfer case is not properly supported, or if your drive shafts are out of balance. So that's one thing you got to look out for when you're doing this kind of a conversion. I am going to take both of these shafts over to a local driveline shop. I know they're really good. They've done good work for me in the past. I'm going to have them uninstall the U-joints, clean up the shafts. I'm going to have the shafts balanced. I'm going to have a new carrier bearing installed. And I'm going to have them inspect for any bullshit that could be potentially wrong with them. This is one of the few areas in the swap that I'm definitely willing to spend a little bit extra money to make sure, I don't end up fucking myself over in the long run. The transmission itself is in really good shape. I drove this piece of shit 1989 Ford from its supposed burial ground all the way back home. It was almost, I think, 450 miles. Banging through all the gears, all the synchros work. I wanted to add that the ZF5s and this one's being this one is a ZF542. The later versions for the diesels, the 7.3 Power Stroke had it was ZF5-47, and that came later. I want to say it was 94 or 95. The ZF5-47 came along. All of these manual transmissions, even though they are a manual, they take automatic transmission fluid. I've seen some YouTubers put gear oil in these things, and that is not something you do. Ford engineers spend millions of dollars designing these drive lines and these trucks to run optimally, despite what you might believe. And the reason they use tranny fluid and ATF instead of gear oil is that gear oil is a lot more viscous, and the surface tension with gear oil will eventually wear out your synchros. With ATF, you don't have that problem. These transmissions are designed to use ATF. So put some good quality Mercon 5 in these things, and you're pretty well set. I know some old timers that used to work on these things, and what they would do is they would drain the old ATF, and they pull off the top cover here, and they pour in, I think, either 3 or 4 quarts, because the ZF5s are a pretty noisy transmission. They have a lot of gear train whining, and that's why a lot of YouTubers, well, the YouTubers that put gear oil in there do in fact put gear oil in it, because it does quiet it down. But it comes at the cost of replacing your synchros every 100,000 miles. And the way that these old timers used to get rid of the whine in the gear train was they would fill it, they would overfill it just a little bit. I think 2 quarts is standard. There's a fill port on the side that you would normally put ATF in there, but if you pour it in from the top of the gear case, you can fit way more in there, and that will quiet it down a little bit. Not a whole lot. There's no replacement for sound deadening material. I can't talk worth a shit today, so you bear with me. But if you do fill it up with 3-ish quarts of tranny fluid, that'll quiet it down a good little bit, and it doesn't do it any harm to put that extra little bit of fluid in there. Okay, so this is the shifter boot insulator that goes, you know, between the boot and the top of the trans gear case. This thing has seen better days. I would like to get a new one, but again, this is one of those things where I can't find it, and when you can find an OEM shifter insulator, it's not cheap. I think I got a lead on one of these. If I can't find one, I'll get some Be Quiet sound deadener and wrap this in it and sort of fabric cobble my own. Yeah, this thing's deteriorating pretty fucking bad, so it either needs love or it needs replaced. So again, I'm on the hunt for one of these, and those are like well over $100 just for that insulator, if you can find it. So an actual ZF5 replacement transmission, not including the tail shaft extension, is $2,000 on up, depending on who you're buying it from. And there's some sketchy fucking dudes online who sell these things. That's $2,000 there. The doghouse for the interior for the cab, that's $150 all day long. Transfer case, that's $1,000 on up, depending on who you get it from. And again, like the transmissions, you don't know like if you're getting a quality product or not. And when you do pay for quality, it's usually fucking through the roof. My truck is outside, and it has the same exact transfer case as this. This is a brick nose, so it has the speedo coming out of the tail shaft of the transfer case. Mine's the OBS, and it's electronically, it reads its speed off of the rear differential, so this isn't on there. So I'm probably going to use the transfer case off of my daily driver truck. I don't think it's any different whatsoever from the ZF5. I have seen a few dudes, they'll put an old NP205 out of an old 70s Highboy, and they'll bolt it right up to the ZF5. There's a little bit of modification you got to do to the tail shaft extension to get it to, you know, sort of fit together. But the bolt pattern is exactly the same, and the spline count is exactly the same as well. I thought about that, but the thing about the NP205 is it's a big, heavy cast iron fucking block, whereas this is aluminum. But this is a gear, or this is a chain-driven transfer case, whereas the NP205 is a gear-driven transfer case and is a lot more durable. The trade-off is obviously that adds a lot more weight if you're going with an NP205 over the 1356. And again, these tail shaft extension housings are pretty fragile around the rear face, so you have to engineer your own cross member for the NP205, which isn't very difficult. But again, we're sticking with the theme of I want as many OEM parts as I possibly can, and I want to do the least amount of fabrication possible. I just want everything to bolt together and be good and happy, and I don't want to have to fiddle fuck with a whole bunch of stupid shit. Last thing I kind of want to talk about and brush over is the electrical. Of course, this came out of a brick nose, which is a mostly analog system. The OBS has a mostly electrical system. So the wiring between the automatic and the manual transmissions is it's obviously a lot different, because with the manual all you need is the reverse indicator, and that's pretty much it. And your neutral safety, I almost forgot about that. But with the E40D you have your MLPS, which stands for, oh god, I think it's manual lever position sensor, something along those lines. So I have to, I have a pretty good idea of how I'm going to get around the wiring conversion for this. I could find a wiring harness for an OBS that would go to this. The obvious problem is that the 7.3 IDIs were only in the OBS trucks for 2.5 years. So I would have to find a 92 to 94 and a half 7.3 IDI manual transmission wiring harness, and that's just not easy to find. The Power Stroke wiring harness is completely different from the IDIs because it's a fucking Power Stroke and it requires even more electrical. So I think what I'm going to do is wire the MLPS to think it's constantly in neutral, except when you shift it into reverse, which will bridge a relay. And when the relay clicks on, it will act as if it you basically shifted it into reverse, so it'll kick on the reverse lights. That's kind of where I'm, thinking about taking this. Obviously, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Because on the OBS truck, if you're keeping the automatic wiring harness and it doesn't sense neutral or park, then it locks out your starter and you can't actually run the thing. So, well, you can run it, but it won't start. So you're kind of fucked if you don't wire it the right way. But that's just one of those things. It's not going to happen overnight. I need several other things, including but not limited to new clutch and flywheel. I need a master and slave cylinder because I had to cut off the slave from this one. The OBS and the brick nose slaves, master and slave cylinders, are completely different, so you have to buy them accordingly. I'm going to need a new throwout bearing. I need a brake and clutch pedal bracket assembly, which those are very well available, so I shouldn't have trouble sourcing one of those. And also got to figure out my reverse lights on my OBS truck. They're not working. I think it's the wire that goes to the back end, but that's one of those things I need to test for. In any case, this truck that I bought, this shitty old 89, has saved me a shitload of money. So again, doghouse, $150, $2,000 for the transmission, another $1,000 plus for the transfer case. Manual locking hubs, that's $200-300. Drive shafts, that saved me a shitload of money. Transmission cross member is another $300 to $400. I don't know if the skid plates are the same between the auto and the manual. I don't really give a shit. And all the other like random bits of hardware and linkages and connectors that you can't really necessarily find online. It adds up pretty quick. And when you consider that I paid about $1,000 for the truck, this whole venture sort of pays for itself pretty damn quick. Anywho, thanks a whole fucking lot for watching. This is the end of the video. And whenever the next video happens is when it happens. I'm not expecting to complete the swap until probably springtime 2023. And until then, I'm still going to be making stupid, shitty, like ultra low quality videos that you're all used to hating, and you all can go fuck yourselves.